All right, guys, I think we are live here. Let me go check on the volume here and make sure we're live here. But this is going to be a really good one, guys. Driving for dollars, step-by-step guide. If you are a beginner for driving for dollars and you want to learn actually how to utilize this awesome strategy, this is the video for you. So let me go check, make sure my volume is working because that is always my biggest fear on these, that nobody can listen. We're going to have some people hop on. We're pink today for breast cancer awareness. So let's go check everything out. So let's start sharing to some groups here and have you guys hop on. Again, the more questions I get, the better. So that's why I always love having everyone just support me and getting in here and getting going. So we're going to talk about all about driving for dollars, guys. So let me just pop these in a few groups here, get some more people on, and we can get going, guys. So let me check here. Looking good, looking good. All righty, pop, pop, pop. Let's see. If you guys can hear me, please comment below. We'll start about 30 seconds. So if you're watching this in the past, go 30 seconds to a minute now. You should be good there. So keep going. Let's check here. All righty, all righty. Boom. All right, all right, all right. Keep it low. Let's see. All righty. So boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, guys, please let me know if you can hear me. All righty, so let's see. Hello, hello. Boom, volume's good. So that's it, guys. So we are going to be talking all about driving for dollars, giving you the step-by-step guide, because I literally think driving for dollars is one of the best ways to get your first deal in real estate investing, especially because it's so dang cheap. So let's get into it, guys. So this is driving for dollars. So what is driving for dollars? Driving for dollars is the art of finding distressed properties by driving, walking, running, biking around hot zip code or area, usually neighborhood, looking for properties that are distressed. Again, I'm talking about this because I just think driving for dollars is one of the most underutilized marketing lists that people are doing, and I want to make a comeback for driving for dollars for everyone. So, why I love driving for dollars so much? Let me just give you the straight. Uh, they're literally like driving for dollars lists are the best list to have as a wholesaler because you just simply can't buy these lists because you know how lists are usually with real estate. You know, you go to PropStream or you go to list source and you get a regular high equity list. All your competition can literally buy that list, and there's like there's 10 wholesalers going after one list, and it's just there's so much competition. You just pray that you get this motivated seller and you're good. If your acquisition skills are good enough, then yes, you will, but most of the time you're not. So that's why it's really cool to just to have no competition with these lists and just hammer it and go. Because if you have 10 wholesalers going to have one list, like they're all in this box right here, like all here, why don't you just go outside the box and get these little deals? Just like fishing, if everyone's in Miami fishing, why don't they go up to Jacksonville and fish because no one's up there? So it's like a little pocket that no one's doing. So driving for dollars, I know a lot of people in my market aren't really doing it. There's some that do, but not too much, and they're always great lists. So you can't buy these. Little competition versus the other lists. Again, there's always other people driving for dollars. So remember, it's not 0% competition, but very, very low. And then again, driving for dollars is extremely, it is so cheap how leads these are. Like if you look at the ROI on these versus basically direct mail, cold calling, SMS, like a regular, PropStream list that you go like a vacant one, it's so like the ROI is way better. And driving for dollars lists are one of the most high quality lists and leads that you can get. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, driving for dollars isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's not as easy as pulling a list real quick and then just sending the list off and getting calls to you. It's a lot of work. It is under the definition of sweat equity. Remember, sweat equity is driving for dollars. So you got to put in the effort to get these cheap and profitable leads. They're not just going to come fluttering to you. Again, if you hire someone to drive for you and you train them, then yes, probably. But when you're starting out, this is mostly for a beginner, for the beginner's guide here. So if if you're starting out with no money, this is one of the best like videos for you right here. So if you got no money, you can't be paying thousands of dollars for these lists. So this is the way to do it. So driving for dollars just requires consistent driving and hard work every single day or every single week. Now, you don't have to do driving for dollars every single day, but the more you do it, the more deals and the better likelihood of you getting a deal. So here's an important KPI for you guys. It takes around 150 to 200 driving for dollars leads that you can actually put in the app, or you write down, or you jog it in your notebook for one deal. $10,000 or more, I would say, is what I consider a deal. So here are the requirements for driving for dollars to make it pretty plain and simple. You need a car and gas money. Again, insurance, all that other stuff you do need, driver's license, or let's say you got no money at all, like you got no car, you got no gas, like dead broke, or you're like 15 years old, you got a bike and you got some running shoes, and you can run for dollars, you can bike for dollars. I've run for dollars, but it's mostly because I'm running and I'm just looking at properties around me. But you can always bike for dollars too if you got a bike. Another huge requirement for driving for dollars, guys, is a hard work ethic. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to be Mr. Blue Collar, Mrs. Blue Collar, Miss Blue Collar for a little bit of this, because driving for dollars requires a little bit of grind, a little bit of hustle, a little bit of Gary Vee type stuff on there. But for wholesaling real estate, it is so important to even have a hard work ethic. So it's kind of required in the job title of wholesaling houses. So the next one here is the mindset for success. If you don't have the mindset for success, if you say, hey, I got to get 200 of these leads for me to, on average, get a deal, you need to have the mindset that I will succeed. I can, I will, I must. You have to have that. Shout out to Eric Thomas, hip hop preacher, or no, hip hop preacher, I think. He's a big motivational guy. He always says, I can, I will, I must. Have to have that in you, especially as a wholesaler. But when you're dealing with driving for dollars, you have that even more. This is optional. You don't have to have this, but first of all, you do need a pen or paper if you don't. Or you can skip the pen and paper and just having a driving for dollars app. Again, it's PropStream for driving for dollars, or you can just do Deal Machine for driving for dollars. I'll get into a little bit of the weeds on those. But if you got no money, do a pen and paper for now, and then get some deals, and then we can start investing into some more software and strategies like that. So driving for dollars, guys, I want to make this clear to you guys. So this is a beginner's video. So if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of money, or like you don't know what driving for dollars is, this is the thing. You're just driving around your car, looking for distressed properties, looking for properties that wholesalers can take opportunities on. Again, why would someone be interested in selling their house if it's a distressed property? I'll get into a little more in the next couple slides here. But when you're driving for dollars, you're looking for properties that are distressed. Maybe the grass is too high. But why is the grass too high? This is why these leads are so valuable. So if we cold call them, we're going to basically reveal some info. So let's say there's rust stains, the roof's all messed up on the property. So why would that person be motivated? You're looking for motivated sellers. Again, motivated sellers are sellers who just need to get rid of a property and accept all cash offer below market value just to get out of the situation. Now, if a property needs all these repairs and the person doesn't have the money to do it, and they just want to get rid of the property, that's a motivated seller. So if we look for properties that have issues on them, there's a high likelihood that property has a motivated seller attached that we reach out to get the deal. So driving for dollars, guys, again, this is the beginner's guide, but if you're more advanced and you're just brushing up, I want you to remember driving for dollars is scalable. You can drive for dollars by yourself, but you can also have your friends, coworkers, wife, spouse, son or daughter, brother, sister, or just other people you know that might be interested in making some cash for you, drive for dollars for you, and you can scale and up your lead intake. And driving for dollars is really easy to train. Drive, look for properties with this certain criteria. I'm going to go more into the criteria too. But here's a quick example for you guys. Maybe you can do, for example, sometimes I don't know how good of you at driving for dollars like in your market, but you can probably get 25 leads a day from one driver driving around maybe 2 hours or an hour. If you have 2 drivers, you get 50, 5 at 125. At 10 drivers, you get 250 leads a day, which in essence turns into almost a basically a deal a day statistically. So think about that when you're scaling up. Again, not everyone is ready to scale up and spend thousands of dollars per month, but there's a lot of people that are. Just have that in your mindset. Maybe if you have your brother, sister doing it, you got 10 family members. Hey, if they spend an hour a day doing it, you could pay them very handsomely too. Maybe 10% of your deal, or 20 if they're really pushing the pedals in the metal. Now, let's get into step-by-step here, but right now, let me just try to get everyone as knowledgeable about driving for dollars as possible. Sometimes people are like, Zach, why don't you get right in the weeds of things? What's step-by-step what to do? I want you to be very knowledgeable about driving for dollars because, again, I'm going to reveal a secret here. Not everyone's going to like this, but the info I'm giving you, I've looked up people who sell driving for dollars courses and coaching courses. This info right here this is over $1,000, I would say. People charge about $1,000 for this driving for dollars course I'm literally giving you within this hour. $1,000. Someone is going to bust through this door soon. They're going to bust through here, try to drag me out of here, saying, Zach, I charge people thousands of dollars for this information that you're giving me absolutely for free. I'm losing customers because you're just giving this info for free. What's wrong with me? Everyone might ask me that, and that's because when I started out, I didn't have thousands of dollars to spend on courses, and now I have the knowledge and just the knowledge of doing so many deals that I have the knowledge of what these courses are. I've seen these courses. I'm friends with some of these people, and they give me their courses for free. And this is as high quality as the courses you're going to get there. So gurus are going to go crazy on me. This is thousands of dollars worth of stuff I'm giving you absolutely for free. So I want you to be as knowledgeable as possible on this. So it might not be the most entertaining right now, but this is the stuff you need to know. This is the stuff the gurus are telling you. I'm not your guru. I'm here to help you become a better real estate investor, a better wholesaler in real estate. So this is why I kind of just give you everything I have on driving for dollars, because I'm giving you the whole course right now condensed. So this is it. So driving for dollars costs. You don't get this in a YouTube video. You get this in the course. But this is what I'm giving you guys. So remember, this is it broken down. Driving for dollars. Here's the cost for it. About $10 per. Sorry for that rant, guys, but I got to tell you that. I got to tell you straight. People charge so much money for this stuff, and you don't need to be spending it. Screaming at the rooftops. So driving for dollars usually costs about $10 a day if you put in gas, car depreciation. I'm assuming your car is 20 miles to the gallon, hopefully. Unless you got the Tesla, then whatever per plug. I don't have a Tesla yet. Probably get a Cybertruck though. I really want a Cybertruck. Seems pretty cool. But $100 a month is on average for a driving for dollars app, Deal Machine, PropStream. You get the leads and driving for dollars in there. ListREI.com, but we're not going to get that. $100 a month on average for the cold calling software, maybe ZenCall or Mojo. I think I spelled ZenCall right. I don't really know. I was going on appointments all day, so I was actually physically doing deals and writing contracts all day today. Kind of had 30 minutes to write this up to an hour, and then I worked on it yesterday. So I kind of had to put everything together yesterday and today on this. But I'm out here doing deals, guys. So this isn't the fanciest stuff in the world, but it's thousands of dollars of guru info. So on average, cost about 15 cents per lead to Skiptrace. Batch leads is what I recommend. They're one of the cheapest and the best ones. So batch leads for Skiptracing. There's free Skiptracing. I'm going to show you how to do that too. Batch leads, probably not the biggest fan of it, but I teach you how to Skiptrace for free because, hey, if you can do it and you want to put the hustle in, you get the Skiptracing for free. Optional. This is all optional, guys. This is for higher budget operations. So I know you guys are going to be watching this video, replaying it. Again, this is all recorded on the YouTube channel. On Facebook, it's recorded too. Once you start scaling up, you get some money for driving for dollars. Give me a shout out and then get going on reinvesting. So you can start spending money on postcards with it. 40 cents is the cost per postcard. Again, you don't have to do that. 3 cents per SMS blast if you're using batch leads, batchleads.io/Zach, but don't have to do that. And then 3 cents per RVM. Can't talk about RVM because it's illegal in Florida. But if you're outside of Florida, check your state's laws, but you might be able to do RVMs. So guys, before I'm going to go step by step into this, again, I'm giving thousands of dollars of info right now. There's people watching this video because I get a lot of views on these videos. I mean, to me, over 1,000 on Facebook, thousands on YouTube, but there's people that will watch thousands of dollars of value and like literally what content stuff in this video. And then they're going to go back and just pay $1,000 to a guru for the same regurgitated information. What I ask for you in exchange is just like this video. So the reason it's not selfish for me, not for my ego to get more likes. The reason I want you guys to like this video right now is because the more people that like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, the more people that like, the algorithm on Facebook and the algorithm on YouTube actually shares it to more people. The more people that get it, the more people that get my message on not buying stupid thousands amount of dollars on guru courses, so we can stop this epidemic for me. So please do that and help the algorithm by subscribing. If you're on Facebook, please make sure you're friends with me or you follow me on Facebook or you just share it. But YouTube, please subscribe and like. Last plug for me. So let's get in the weeds of things. I'll come below your credit card information and we can have the gurus take it. Just kidding. No, we're not helping them today. So that's it, guys. So here's step one. Step one is for driving for dollars, become the best driving for dollars guy possible. We're going to get the lead intake system for driving for dollars. So we're going to sort of see what kind of lead intake system we want. So either we can do notepad and pen. I prefer, like, if I didn't have the apps or anything, I use PropStream, by the way. That's my driving for dollars app. So that's my bias for everything. But when I didn't have PropStream back in the good old days, like 3 years ago when I was like 17, I was actually 3.5 years. Well, technically, but 3.5 years, I was 17. 21 now, but you know how the age works. I don't think I have it with me. No, I had a yellow notepad, something similar to this. I don't have any near me. It's on the other side. I'm not going to leave here. But I had a yellow notepad and basically a pen, and I would literally drive around looking for distressed properties. I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. And I wrote down the properties hand in hand. I did like hundreds of them by myself. I did bandit signs, all that fun stuff. But that's how I used to do it back in the good old days. And then I started upgrading from notepad and pen. This is what I did. This is a big secret. Literally, I've looked up probably 40 driving for dollars videos this week trying to set this up to have, I was trying to see what everyone's talking about, all these gurus, what all they say about driving for dollars, just in case I missed something. Just from my experience, maybe to help you. No one talks about this. This is really weird, but this is what I used to do. I used to do voice memos and Google Sheets, which nobody talks about. So if you have an iPhone here or an Android, preferably iPhone, I'll tell you why. It's not because I have an Apple bias, even though I own a lot of Apple stock, but that's something for a different day. On voice memos for Apple, when you click the voice memo, it'll actually give you the street. So what I used to do, maybe if we're on, New Haven Street, I'll click voice memo. It'll say New Haven Street. And what I'll do is 114 New Haven Street. And then I'll just do the voicemail and then boom. And then just go to the next one. And then what I used to do is I would keep going. So if I had an Android, which I used to have an Android, I used to do that too. I used to do this, boom, voice memo, 123 New Fish Avenue and then another one, 123 Fishing Lane. And then I go to the next one. And then I'd open all of my voice memos, like 50 of them. And then I'll play 123 fish memo, put it on my Excel or Google Sheet, and then make an Excel. And then we can export it from there. A lot easier than notepad and pen, in my opinion. Make sure you know what your street you're on. If you don't, just look it up on your phone. If you don't have a phone, then just look at the street and write it down, I guess. But that's probably the best free one I can do without having an app. Again, nobody talks about this. Hopefully I start a revolution, the voice memo thing. But I share everything I have with you guys. Now, if you want to start paying for things, again, just because of the way I do it and my ROI, I've done enough money, which I can download these apps, and I'm blessed to have that. I actually have PropStream for driving for dollars and Deal Machine. The difference between the two, you can get both these apps for driving for dollars. I don't really care. It doesn't really affect me too much. Which ones you do. Again, if you probably went with PropStream or you went with Deal Machine, they'll have you as a customer, and they can make money off of you, whatever. But the reason why I recommend PropStream, only because of this. Now, if I had to go to two, I would say Deal Machine is better. But hear me out here. PropStream with the 90, so I think Deal Machine's $100 a month, if I'm not mistaken, and PropStream's $97 a month. So the cool part about PropStream, you can do a 7-day free trial at listrei.com. But the thing is, you get the Driving for Dollars app on PropStream, and you get 10,000 free list polls. So you can pull 10,000 of vacants, 10,000 high equity of any other list you possibly could want, all included with the 97. Deal Machine doesn't have that. That's the difference. But Deal Machine is a little better for driving for dollars. So that's the difference between the two. I think you do free trial on Deal Machine. So get the free trial on both and just see which ones you like. You get probably 2 free weeks of driving for dollars and see which one you guys prefer. Again, I'm not going to tell you which one to do. So next here, we got to find the right area for driving for dollars. I don't think I included that step. Step 1, this is step 2. This is step 2, but maybe I missed it at whatever. But the next step here is to find the right area, the right location for driving for dollars. So to do that, we need to find the hot zip codes. These are the best zip codes to drive for dollars in. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So you got to find the hot zip codes that cash buyers are buying. What I recommend is you ask your cash buyers, like, hey, is there any zip codes or neighborhoods that you're looking to buy right now that that you're flipping very well in? They're really easy to sell. Most of the time, if you have a cash buyer that actually buys a lot of properties and sells them, they're actually pretty savvy investors. They'll say the 52022 area codes, like where it's at. Then go after that zip code. Again, drive for dollars in areas that you've done your best deals in. I always recommend that. Like, hey, I did a $25,000 assignment right here in this neighborhood. Let me drive around that neighborhood and drive around the surrounding area. That's what I always recommend. That's probably the best one. Find where cash buyers like, because if you give them property in their hot zip code, they'll be very likely to buy it. I also recommend you drive for dollars around the areas where other investors have done great deals. So talk to other wholesalers and investors in your area and say, hey, where was your best wholesaling fee? Oh, I made $40,000 on Wilkes Booth Avenue. Go to Wilkes Booth Avenue and then drive for dollars around there. That's what I recommend. And then use the list source hack to find the hot zips. Again, I'm probably gonna get 20 direct messages about this. But Zach, what's the list source hack? What's the list source hack? Let me show you right now what the list source hack is. So the list source hack to find the best zip codes in your market. Again, this is stolen from someone who made it really cool graphic. I didn't make this graphic, but it's to help the people, right? So go to list source, set your property type, set the equity percentage to 99% to 100%, select last market sale date, choose 12 months, go to options, check absentee owners, check no preference for corporate owned properties, exclude trustee owned properties, check mailing and property address complete, click purchase list, don't purchase the list though, then purchase partial list, choose customer selection by zip and export. You don't have to purchase from there. Again, that's a lot I just said there. Screenshot this if you want, and then go back and follow it. You should be able to do it pretty well. It'll give you the cash. Basically, what it says, it finds the most cash sales in the zip code in your certain market or county, or city. So this is what I really recommend. It's actually a really cool little thing you can do. Find really hot zips. So just find the most cash transactions, and then drive around those zip codes. Step 2. So that was 1.5. So step 2, I guess. Step 2 here is create a marketing plan. I 100% recommend creating a marketing plan for any schedule or marketing you do in wholesaling. So when it comes to real estate wholesaling real estate, you need to make a schedule basically for everything. So for driving for dollars specifically, I recommend you make a schedule and you become extremely rigid with that schedule. What I mean is you plan it out. So let's say from Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, from this time to this time, I'm literally driving in this area for an hour or 2 hours looking for driving for dollars leads. That is the type of planning and just hustle you have to get. So here is an example of a marketing plan for 5 days of driving for dollars. If you want to set the schedule a month in advance, you'll know when you wake up in the morning, oh shoot, at 12, I have to do it. No, maybe if I can, you have to do it. So that's what I recommend. So let's say, for example, this is an example of a driving for dollars faux marketing plan. On Monday from 12 to 3:30, before I pick up my kids from school, I'm going to drive around the 34980 area code. On Tuesday, I'm going to go from 2 to 4:30 p.m. and drive around that area code. Thursday, during my lunch break from work. From noon to 1, I'm going to drive around work in that area code that I know has a lot of hot like zips and transactions. And then Saturday in the morning from 8 to 11 a.m., I'm going to drive around the 39882 area code. And these aren't hot zips. I just made half of them up. And then on Sunday from 12 to 4:30, I'm going to drive around that deal I got for $10,000 on Main Street. So that is an example of a marketing plan. So step 3, the most important step of all. Are you ready, guys? This is the most important one. It's action. Action, guys. Actually going out there and driving. Literally, guys, putting the pedal to the metal and getting started driving, biking, walking, running for dollars. I don't care. Crawling for dollars. If you're in a wheelchair, start wheeling over for dollars, man. Man and woman, guys, just do it, man. That's all I can say. Just get started. Get the deals. You never know if you don't go out there and get a deal. Let's say you go out there right now after this chat I'm having with you guys. You get the deal of a lifetime. Changes your life. Changes your family's life. That's the difference it can take here. So action, guys. I don't want to give you a Gary V, Tony Robbins speech here about just going out there and doing it, because motivation can only go so far unless you actually have a reason for doing things or a why. But just start going. Execute that plan you just made before in the previous step. And now, since we're going to look for signs of distress. We're going to look for distressed properties, properties with red flags. So what is a property? Let's say, okay, Zach, I'm driving around. I don't know a thing about real estate. What do I look for? So let's get into it. So these are the top things to look for when you're driving for dollars. So number 1, we want to look for rust stains when we're driving around properties. This is more of a southeastern thing. Again, around the country, this is there too. If any city that has well water, a lot of cities in America that do, you'll have rust stains. And rust stains, if they're not unkempt, they look orange and a little nasty right here. So this is an example of a person that hasn't taken care of the property. They didn't put the solution in on the well, in the well sprinkler system, and now it's looking bad. So that means maybe someone doesn't have the money to actually clean this up, or they're lazy and they don't want to deal with it. The property is vacant. They don't want to deal with it. And if the property has issues and they're not taking care of the property, maybe they don't have money, and maybe they need money. And maybe if you give them a cash offer, you can give them money and give them a solution for this property and for their issues. So that's another reason we might find a motivated seller doing this. So look for rust stains. Number 2 here is to look for junk around the property. Sometimes you got a hoarder out there, or they throw all their stuff out and they're looking to move, but they don't want to do with their property. That might be a sign that they might be motivated. So if someone has a rust stain, put them on the driving for dollars list, on the lead list, chop a thing with a bunch of junk out in the neighborhood. Now, if they're like a mansion, don't do it. But if you find junk, something like this, if I saw this driving around, I would definitely put that property on my leads list. Next is mold and mildew. For wood frame homes, look for mold and mildew. Again, no one's taking care of the property, they're not keeping it up well. Possibly that's a motivated seller. Now, if they have rust stains and mold and mildew and junk, oh my gosh, even better, right? So look for mold or mildew. Again, it's kind of weird to explain, but mold and mildew is kind of that nasty little blackish green thing going on there. Again, it's really easy to clean with bleach, but again, that's just an unkept house. Look for roof issues. Roof issues are one of the top issues I find driving for dollars leads. If someone's got a really bad roof and it's leaking, they might get stressed out. They can't list it with a realtor because the roof is so bad. A cash solution can do really well. One of my top deals, mostly all my best deals have roof issues, and it's a big motivating factor for selling at a deep discount, is having roof issues. So always look at the roof. Look for shingles that are missing, tattered roof like that, with the asphalt shingles like that looking all nasty and weird. So always just look at the roof and just search on the internet like bad roof or bad shingles, leaky roof, and go from there. And then windows, always look at the windows. The windows are all boarded up with like wood, or if they got shutters still, and barely even into hurricane season is basically over. There hasn't been a hurricane here in Florida. On my side of my market in like about 5 months really before we had to put up shutters. So if someone didn't put down shutters in 5 months, maybe the property is vacant, and that's a really good lead for us. So always look at the window. And sometimes those vacant lists don't have these driving for dollars vacant properties that you find. It takes a little bit while for it to pop on a vacant list, so no competition there. Look for busted up windows, windows with cracks, boarded up like that. Always look at the windows. Look at the doors too, because if you look at disgusting doors that are all tattered like that, no one even wants to paint it. I definitely put that on my driving for dollars leads list. Here's another one. I always look for expensive toys. That's a little bonus for you. Now, if someone has an expensive toy in there and the house looks fine, like the one to the right of me here with that boat, I wouldn't put that on my drawing for dollars list. But maybe if that roof is all tattered, there's rust stains everywhere, and the door looked disgusting, and I see a boat there, maybe the seller doesn't spend their money properly, and they're spending it all on expensive toys, and they're not even fixing the property, which means maybe they're in a rut now that they got to get rid of the house because they're having money problems. So if you have money problems, you can give them a cash solution to help them out in their situation. So we'll look for expensive toys, RVs, boats, jet skis, anything really like that. Always look at something like that. Again, actually in this, so this, I didn't even put this in here, but do you see how that property has an AC unit in it? Maybe their AC is actually shot, and maybe their AC isn't working. And maybe that's another reason we might want to, put them on the drawing for dollars list. That's for an appointment, but that's for the future here. Always look at the mailbox. Sometimes there's mailbox issues. If a mailbox is looking like this and someone hasn't fixed it in months, that is a vacant property, and you got to contact that owner ASAP because they have a property there just sitting there, not making money, probably losing money by paying taxes and things like that, and they could lose the property to a tax sale. So you providing a cash solution at a deep discount. When you make money, they make money. It's amazing. So if you see a mailbox like that, that is money right there because no direct mail guy can send mail to that owner. So boom, boom, that's a lot of money right there because there's no competition with that. Beat all the direct mail guys in your market. Here's a video of an actual property I drove by. I didn't get a deal on this one, but I cold called them. I actually had an appointment on this property. This was recorded from an Instagram story, Facebook story I did a while back, like 3 months ago. With COVID in 2020, everything feels like it's years old. But here's what property I drove by. I actually had an appointment on this one because I did driving for dollars. So I was going on an appointment and I just drove by this house going to and from the appointment. I was like, wow, that probably looks like it needs some work. So check it out. It was a lead, but yeah. All right, guys. So hold up. So look at right here. Do you see how that mailbox is literally have rust stains everywhere? There's no car parked in there. It's definitely a vacant property, which it was a vacant property. Oops. We'll play it back one more time. Oh my gosh, rust stains everywhere. Look at that. There's rust stains all over that property. Oh my gosh. So that was it there, but that was a really good appointment that I had on there. Talk to the property manager, but geez, just think about that. And so this is actually a deal I got from Drawing for Dollars. I actually took a picture of it because I wanted to write a story on it. I'm like, I drove by this property. I was like, wow. It's like, come on, you drive by a gem like this. Like, come on, this is honestly the trifecta right here. This is the trifecta. Okay, are you ready for the trifecta? We got tall grass here. This is literally a jungle in there. There's probably snakes out the wazoo over here. That garage door is all tattered. I had to cover something up on there that was personal to the person. But that little toy vehicle in there. So it had a toy over there. That the boat wasn't on the side, but there was a boat there. The roof is disgusting, and the grass was tall. Quad factor, like look at the mailbox here. It was disgusting of a house, and it was a mess. So I drove by that house, guys. This is an example of the perfect property you drive by for driving for dollars. Wanted to share that. It was crazy, and I was nuts. There's me in the car. You can see the rear view mirror right there. So step 4 here is once we find a property just like this, what we're going to do is we're going to write down, record it in our app, a voice memo, that distressed property, and make sure we record it. Step 4, quick bonus, we can double dip. So let that property, if you saw a car in that parking lot, or if you saw for this one, you can double dip. What I mean by double dipping is, let's say you find this property right here. Why don't you just stop real quick? If you want to pop a mask on and go in there and knock on the door, make them feel comfortable, or this is after coronavirus or before, I can just walk over to that property, knock on the door, and have a conversation with them. It's called double dipping because you're driving for dollars and you're door knocking at the same time. So this is what I would say. This is my little ad copy here. Hey, are you the owner of this place? Like, let's say for that example, I didn't knock on that door, but I had to go to another appointment. It was in between appointments I was doing that. But this is what I'd say, like, hey, are you the owner of this place? Yes, yeah, I'm the owner. I know this is kind of weird out of the blue, but I was driving around and I just saw this property. I was looking to buy a couple more houses actually in the area. Would you be open to a cash offer on this house? I'm looking to buy. And you have a conversation. They say, yeah, I am. Well, cool. Can you tell me a little about it? And then you go from there, maybe set up an appointment, go inside to try to get a deal there. But I would do that. Hey, hands down, property like that. Ooh, I would definitely do it. And now if they don't answer, or if it's a vacant property, I would just leave like that house with the sticky note. I would just leave a yellow sticky note. I mean, the house with the rust stains. I would just leave a yellow sticky note there and just say something like, hey, I have a question. Can you please call me? And then put your phone number and then put your name, Zach, in. Okay, double dipping right there. Quick bonus. So step 5 here is you just find the info in the Drawing for Dollars lead. Let's say this is for if you don't have PropStream or Deal Machine, ListREI.com. What I would do is if you don't have the money or your budget's lower, go to the property appraiser's website, because you have this Excel list you're going to have, because you're going to convert it on Notepad, put it on a Google Sheet, Excel list. It's free, so don't give me nothing on that. And let's say do the voice memo thing too. You're going to put it into your Google Sheets, your Excel, the same thing, basically. But you put it in there. You're going to go to the property appraiser and find the property owner. For example, go to the St. Lucie County property appraiser. If you find the property 123 Main Street, put it in there, get the info. You can actually find out some of the facts on the property, some of the information on it. And you can also go out here and you can actually go and find who are the actual owners of that property. And then you can find their mailing address and then go from there. Then you can either, if your money's tight, go to truepeoplesearch.com and you can actually go search that address and the city in there, and then it will reverse give you a name. If the name is the property on record, click there, give you 3 phone numbers, and then boom, you can record it. Again, it's 100% free to skip trace like that. It's a lot of work. It's actually a ton of work to do, but it's a very effective way to find phone numbers for free. They're about 20 to 50% effective depending on the lead you got. Number 3, or you just go to Batch Leads, batchleads.io/Zach, or just go to Batch Leads, use code Zach, get 20% off for skip tracing. But that's because I got to deal with them, because the owners were on the podcast and they help you guys out a lot. But that's 15 cents for a record. It's about 80% effective. Those are the true numbers. Now, if you actually have the app, it's a little more simple. You basically put it in the app and then it'll spit everything out for you, save you some time. Basically, just pull the data out of the app. You don't have to skip trace it. Don't skip trace it in the app. So if you're using PropStream, I don't recommend pulling like skip tracing from Deal Machine or PropStream. Not the best data. Batch is always the best one for me. Go to Easy Skip, Rocket Skip Tracing. Use whatever skip tracing you really want. But use any service and skip trace it. You just pull it from the app, then use a skip tracing service, or do truepeoplesearch.com. Then just get the data organized from there, getting ready to do the next thing. So step 6 here is reaching out to the owners. So, sorry, I had to make sure I didn't have an emergency at a property. have an inspection, making sure it's going through. It's a big deal. But so step 6, we're going to actually reach out to the owners. So we can either reach out to the owners because we have the list, like we have it all organized here. We have their phone numbers. We're ready to go. We can either cold call that list. We can SMS blast that list, RVM blast that list. We can send some direct mail, or we can actually do door knocking on that list. So SMS blasting, I have a Flip with Rick video on that. Just search SMS Flip with Rick, and you will find all my videos on there. I have an RVM video. I have a door knocking video too. Direct mail video is coming out soon. RVM video is coming out soon. Again, step-by-step guides. And then I have a cold calling step-by-step guide too. Watch that. I do recommend you do it. Cold calling video. Search cold calling Flip with Rick, cold calling Zatkin, cold calling. Same exact video like this, just with cold calling. I go deep diving. There's thousands of dollars of cold calling guru stuff in that video. But again, we're not going to get too much into that, but I'm going to show you cold call it with it. So we're going to reach out. So you know how to do SMS, RVM, door knocking, direct mail. Let's talk about cold calling, because that's what I think 95% of people pulling Driving for Dollars list should do with them. They should cold call. So make a plan to, let's say from 12 to 4, I'm going to go find lists and pull them. And then from 4 to 6, I'm going to cold call those lists, whatever you guys want. And then just go to you guys say it, flipwithrick.com/free script. Actually, just go to flipwithrick.com, go to free content, and then do the free cold calling script, or just type https://www.flipwithrick.com/free script, or I think it's https://www.flipwithrick.com/cold call. Also is a good one too. To get free cold calling scripts that will work for Drawing for Dollars. I promise you. That script works really well for Drawing for Dollars. Again, it's a free script. Most people pay thousands of dollars to get that info, and the scripts I got, get it all for free. Just go there, and then I'll personally email you my cold calling script. So step 7 here, after we get the cold calling, or we start cold calling, and we get a yes from a Driving for Dollars one, we're going to set the appointment, and we're going to lock up the contract. If we're doing this virtually, we kind of just do a little Zoom appointment, or we try to lock it up over the phone there. Again, I have a whole virtual wholesaling video. Flip with Rick on YouTube, and then search virtual wholesaling. I got entirely like an hour and a half virtual wholesaling, like little mini course, I guess, on there on the YouTube there. Really good stuff. So just set the appointment and lock it up. Lock up that contract. I did a whole video on locking up contracts too. So just go and Flip with Rick and just look through the videos. It'll be in there. I post a lot, but I try to give as much value as possible. So just if you want to look up something, go to YouTube and just search Flip with Rick, and then space, and then put whatever you want. Cold calling, SMS blasting, contracts, acquisitions, marketing, direct mail, anything. Probates, we have it on there. Flip with Rick, like space probates on YouTube, like anything you want, we got it. So lock it up. Got the little lock there. I thought it's cool. Step 8 here is we're going to find the cash buyer, and then we're going to get paid from that. So really, we lock up the contract. Okay, we're going to set the appointment, lock up the contract, put a cash buyer in there. Oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you a million times. We have so many cash buyers videos. I have this entire video where I break down. I gave you 50 ways to find cash buyers. Literally, I didn't think there was 50 ways to find cash buyers. I started doing research on it. There's 50 ways to find cash buyers. And I tell you all how to do it. There's ways to do it for free. There's paid ways. There's in-between ways that are kind of free, not really. I tell you everything. So Flip with Rick, space cash buyers. I'll show you how to do it. So find the cash buyer, bring them to the property, sign an assignment of contract. I have that in my contract video. I literally have everything for free here. And then you can literally wholesale from there. You get paid. Boom, you repeat. So before we end it, again, I want to share with you the ROI of Driving for Dollars. This is the stuff people don't talk about. So, for example, on average, it takes about 200 Driving for Dollars leads per deal. I got that info from David Lecko, the founder of Deal Machine. He went on the podcast. We talked for a while, talked off air too. He shared with me about 160 to 200 Driving for Dollars leads. That's how long it takes to get per deal. Let's say 200 if you're a beginner. So for a $20,000 deal, we'll be making $100 per Driving for Dollars lead. So if it takes me about an hour to get a bunch of, like, you can almost pull in thousands of dollars per hour Driving for Dollars. Think about it like that. So for one deal, our costs, let's say, for example, to get the 200, $75 for gas depreciation on the car, plus about $100 a month for the Driving for Dollars app we want, then $100 per month for the Mojo dialer or the Zen call, I don't care, and then $30 to Skiptrace the 200. That gives us a total cost of $305. So we spent $305 to literally make $20,000. That is a 6,557.38% ROI. 6,557.38%. It's like that meme from Dragon Ball Z. It's over 6,000. Over 6,000% ROI. Almost 7,000% ROI from Driving for Dollars. Come on, guys. You can't beat that. Can't beat that. So that's it on the Driving for Dollars side, guys. Please comment below your questions. If you have them, I would love to answer them. Let me know. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Now I'm back here. But guys, literally, it's amazing. So let me show you guys. So comment below your questions you guys have. I'd love to go and answer them. Anything Driving for Dollars related. And then we get going on that. So listrei.com is the free trial link to actually get going. Let's see. Jonathan says he can't hear me. Oh shoot, that's not good. Let's see if you can hear me from here. Uh-oh. If you can't hear me, that's not good. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, you can hear me. I can hear it from here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Okay, the audio is good. Maybe it was lagging in between there, but hopefully that helps. So let's get some comments going, and let's see what I can help people with. Noah's first. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Nick says, awesome topic, Zach. Going this weekend to drive around. Boom, that's awesome. Love to hear that. Pumps me up. Chess Home says, this is awesome topic. I covered on my channel also. How many deals have you closed using this method? A lot. I don't have them. I don't know how many Driving for Dollars deals I've done, but it's a lot. Oops, I have. Yeah, Bay, that's funny. So Keith wants to know, what's the address for Driving for Dollars? What's the link for the free PropStream? Listrei.com. That's what it is. Let's see here. And then Isaac says, let's see. Driving for Dollars is the best list you get. I 100% agree, bro. Yeah. Jonathan says, oh, you couldn't get the audio from the, yeah, that's fine. No big deal. So that's it, guys. Comment below the questions you have. If you're not, we'll sign off real quick and we'll make it a short day, and then I can get on to do more stuff. So that's it, guys. So listrei.com is where we're at. If you're interested in texting, batchleads.io/Zach. It's 500 free texts, basically, 500 texts for $1. And go from there. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at FlipWithRick. And if you want the free cold calling scripts, just go to flipwithrick.com/cold call. That's what I recommend if you want to get the free cold calling scripts to go. Isaac says, this is good stuff, bro. You are amazing. Thank you so much for helping me out. Just giving me support on this video. So that's it, guys. I really appreciate the support you guys give, and get driving, guys. That's all I can say. So have a good day. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed weekend, and let's get going and let's get some deals.